Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and I welcome all of you in this session. I hope everybody is doing great, feeling healthy and fine. So once again, welcome to our weekly concept building series for ESI, FM and management and finances. So you all know that we are running this weekly management concept building and ESI finance concept up with this session. So thank you so much for joining the session. So welcome again. So I will be just waiting for 1 more minute for the people to join the session. May I know how many people are there in the session so that I may know if there is anybody who's there in the session and we can just simply go ahead with our session right away. So just waiting for 1 more minute for other people to join the session. After that, we can just go ahead with our session. Before starting of the session, I wanted to know if my voice is clear and whether you can see me properly and my voice is also proper and everything is fine. If anybody can confirm that, that will be very good. May I know how many people are there? Is there anybody? Okay, let's go ahead with our session. So this is RBI Grade B concept building series for ESI finance and management. We are pledging for your success. This sessions is providing you obviously live video batches are there, right? Then we are covering the comprehensive coverage of the syllabus totally by counting today 18 sessions will be over. If we count today 18 sessions will be over. The part that is two that will be coming in the next Saturday. Okay. So motivation. So what is the meaning of motivation? Whenever we go and see, right, what is the meaning of motivation? Motivation is something like which is mean desire for something. If you uh, something derived from the motives. Motives can be your desire. Motives can be your need, drives, or whatever you want. If you are getting any of these things done, that means you are motivated by these things. Okay. So this is a person in which it turns defines behavior of an individual. That means based on these things, the individual behavior can be decided. Okay. So there are various things. So motivation, whenever we have a motives, it is something in which we wanted to accomplish some desired goal. Why we wanted to motivate someone? Because we wanted them to accomplish some kind of goal. So these motivation depends on three dependent factors. First is need, second one is drive, and third one is incentive. So if something you are asking them to do, but there is no need for it, so if there is a deficiency of the need, अब जैसे किसी को पानी चाहिए, water, at the workplace somebody needs water, but there is no proper water facility at your place, so there is a deficiency of water. So because of this deficiency of water, it will create an imbalance in their work, obviously, right? Then drive is something which stimulates and motivate the employee. जैसे कोई भी एक stimulation हम दे देते हैं, right? Like all of a sudden something comes like if you are able to do this work in this time, we will be providing you with a holiday package like that. Okay. Then incentives. Incentive means once the work is done, employee are expecting to get something. Employee are expecting to get something from that, right? So these are called incentives. Now, first of all, there are various type of motives: प्राइमरी मोटिव, सेकेंडरी मोटिव एंड जेनरिक मोटिव. प्राइमरी मोटिव में जो तो चाहिए, अब जो आपको चाहिए उसके बिना काम नहीं चलेगा. दीज आर नॉर्मली साइकोलॉजिकल, जैसे हंगर है, स्लीप है, थर्स्ट है, एनीथिंग विच इज बॉडीली रिलेटेड, विच इज वेरी वेरी बेसिक इन नेचर. पानी लेता ही है, सोना रहता ही है, हंगर भूख लगती है, राइट? So these are the prime motives. Agar if you are getting all these things, obviously the person is motivated to work at that place. After accomplishment of the primary motives comes the secondary motives. Secondary motive, when your primary motives are fulfilled, you move towards the secondary motive, which is related to cognitive or learning. Person wanted to learn the things. Person want achievement in their life. Person want affiliation in various things. Person want power, security, and everything, right? So after attaining the primary motive, person goes for the achievement of the secondary motives. Then general motives are there, like these are not psychological, like you are curious of something, manipulative motive. So these are the three type of motives which are related to the motivation. So these motives are there for which we have to provide them with motivation by accomplishing or by providing these kind of work to them. Okay. So in terms of motivation related to work, you can utilize some things, right? You can provide them with recognition. आप उनको recognize कर सकते हो, promotion दे सकते हो कि yes, this person has done this kind of work. Then career growth, you can provide them with promotion and proper career growth you can provide to them. मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट, आप उनको पैसे दे सकते हैं, उनकी सैलरी बढ़ा सकते हैं. एडिशनल एम्प्लॉयमेंट यू कैन प्रोवाइड, एडिशनल मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट्स यू कैन प्रोवाइड, सक्सेस एंड जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन. सो दीज आर ऑल द टर्म्स दिस इज रिलेटेड टू मोटिवेशन. ओके. सो मोटिवेशन इज अ इंटरनल फीलिंग. Are you feeling happy? Are you motivated? Okay. Psychological state of a person. Okay. Motivation decides the dedication and productivity of any employee. If the person is motivated, his dedication will be more, his productivity will be more. Okay. So motivation affects the whole individual and not a part. Okay. अब ऐसा नहीं है कि okay, मेरे हाथ को मोटिवेशन मिल रखा है, मेरे पैर्स को मोटिवेशन. No. As a individual, as a whole, motivation affects. Okay. And motivation is a unending process. It is not a stopping, it is an unending process. And sometimes your goals are all to act like a motivator. Like right now you are having you wanted to select as RBI grade B. So this is the goal. You are sitting with me learning the basic concept. So you are working, you are motivated by this goal for getting selected in the RBI grade B examination, right? Then along with the motivation, there is a concept of morale. Motivation provides the intrinsic all of a sudden work, but morale provides the complete satisfaction. From motivation you move towards morale. Okay. You get it from either your group peers, individual, supervisor, or anybody. That means if you have a sense that whatever you are doing that has a positive impact on the environment, group activity, then people will have a high morale. Morale is a bigger term and motivation is a lower term. So how many types of morals are there? Individual versus group morale. Okay. So attitude of a single person toward work culture environment is termed as individual. So whenever a single person is there, attitude of that single person is there, work culture is there. Okay. That is called as individual morale. So how that individual morale is affected by positive or negative thing, that is different. Group morale means it is related to like some target, some work has been given to a group. Okay, some target, some work has been given to a group, and now the group has to work. But if the group has a good morale, so it will be done. If the group has a lower morale, it will not be done. Okay, so high and low morale. So whenever a person is having high morale, that means a favorable attitude. They are very determined to achieve the goal. And if you have a low morale, opposite thing, their enthusiasm and willingness to do any work is lower, obviously. So Miller grids. There are four ways this Miller grids, that is one, two, three, four. So individual can be classified under this category. So under one, the person, fourth person is having low productivity and low morale. That means here nothing can be done. Okay. Then here, person is having high productivity but low morale. Like person can do the work, but their morale is not good. So if we provide them with good motivation, so automatically it will convert into a high morale. Then comes the person is having low productivity but high morale. So if we try to force this person to work, then obviously we can convert the situation. Okay. Then comes high productivity and high morale. This is the best situation. The person is having high productivity and person is having high morale also. Right? Now, what is the difference between morale and motivation? But morale is a long process. Morale means feeling of satisfaction. After repeated motivation, if a person is having feeling of satisfaction, that means the person is morally very satisfied. Okay. Motivation is need, while morale is focused towards satisfaction. Motivation is for sudden thing, like you can get it like in 1 or 2 days or 1 month time. But morale has to be our longer term. Okay. Motivation is an individual concept, and while morale is a normally more of a group concept, it is. Then there is a relationship between the morale and motivation. If you have a higher motivation, obviously it leads to the higher morale, but vice versa may not be true. That means if you have a high morale, that doesn't mean that you are highly motivated, because higher motivation means you are doing some sudden work. You can be morally very high. Okay, you are high in morale, but you may not like the work which has been given to you. Okay, so if you are motivated by something, that means you have a higher morale. But if you have a higher morale, that doesn't mean that you are highly motivated. Okay, performance is tied to motivation. Your performance is tied to motivation, and your work environment is tied to your morale. अगर वर्क एनवायरनमेंट अच्छा है तो आपका मोरल अच्छा बना रहे. ओके, सो मोटिवेशन से हायर प्रोडक्टिविटी, while morale say may or may not lead to higher productivity. Okay, if person is satisfied, by the person needs motivation, even some work is coming, the person may or may not be able to do. Okay, even after the morale is high. So like that, what are the factors that affects the morale? Obviously nature of work, काम कैसा है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कल्चर कैसा है, हाउ इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर, देन रेपुटेशन ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, देन सुपरवाइजन, कौन सुपरवाइज कर रहा है, ऊपर से कितना प्रेशर है, राइट. देन perception about the peers. You are working, your peers are working, other peoples are working, right? What is your relationship with the other employees? What is the organizational culture? What is the reward system? आपको कैसा reward मिल रहा है, दूसरे को कैसा मिल रहा है? What you think about yourself? And what is the employee tenure in the organization? So these all are the things which affects the morale of a person. Which affects the morale of a person. Okay. Now, what is the importance of motivation? Whenever we say motivation, what is the importance of motivation? Motivation helps in change of attitude. If somebody is negatively motivated, he may be converted into positive. Okay. Obviously, it increases the performance level. You can align the person with organization goals, right? Supportive environment, collaborative environment, and positive workplace can be created, right? Innovation is bring over there. People will be less absent. If the morale, if the motivation is not high, the people will be more absent. Okay, so it will help in reducing the absenteeism, and it will automatically turn and improve the workforce loyalty. Okay. Now, what are the source of motivation? There are two important sources of motivation. One is intrinsic source. Second one is extrinsic source. Now, intrinsic means internally what you think of yourself. Okay, like your own capacity, how you are learning new things, how you are observing yourself, gaining knowledge, and all these things. Okay, extrinsic means you are motivated by some external factors. Okay, which tangible things like your reward system, money, promotion, all these things are called extrinsic, which are outer things. Okay, now comes the very important concept, the theories of motivation. Before starting and before going ahead, I would just request everybody, if they wanted to know anything or any doubts you are having, please just let me. May I know, is there any doubt or anything? They can just let me know in the chat box. I can see 5 people, guys. If it is possible, you can like the session to register your presence. So, what are the theories of motivations? There are two classification of groups. One is content theories, another one is process theories. Under content theory, we have 5 theories are there, 5 to 6 theories are there. Under process theory, also we have some theories are there. Okay, content theory are normally called as classical or old theories, and process theories are called modern theories. Today we will be talking about the content theory only. केवल content theory का बात करेंगे. So content theory are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One is Maslow theory, another one is Herzberg two-factor theory, third one is McClelland three needs theory, then fourth one is McGregor theory X and theory Y, fifth theory is Albert ERG theory, and the last one is Mayo motivation theory, Elton Mayo motivation theory. Okay. So, content theories. As I told you, content theories are called older theories. Content theories are called older theories, and these theory always look the factor inside the people that causes sustain or stop the behavior. आपको बस इतना पता होना चाहिए. कंटेंट थ्योरी में क्या होता है कि वी आर ओनली फाइंडिंग आउट द थिंग्स which causes certain kind of behavior, or which sustain certain kind of behavior, or which stop certain kind of behavior. So the main focus here are the things which motivates the people. क्या दे दें उनको जिससे वो मोटिवेट हो जाए. Okay, so the basics of the content theory is the absence of motivating factor. क्या होता है कि अब absence of motivating factor से क्या होगा, it will create tension. So we have to make sure that whatever the motivating factor which are absent over there, we have to make it present. Okay, so that their negative behavior can turn towards the positive behavior. Okay, we have to make sure that these positive motivating factors should be provided to trigger the positive approach. Then process theories explores how behavior is caused. Here we are looking into the reason behind why behavior is caused, how behavior is sustained, and how this behavior is stopped by the motivation factor. Here we are moving into the reasoning part, okay, of this. Now, major content theories. First is Maslow hierarchy need of theory. Maslow hierarchy need. So it is divided into 5 parts. Psychological need, that is the first part. Second is safety need. Third is social need. Fourth is esteem need. And fifth is sexualization. Self-actualization. Psychological needs, you need some kind of food, sleep, food, sleep. Then after that, you need job, right? Then you move to the safety need. You want to protect yourself. Then social need. Social need, you wanted to socialize with the people. Then you wanted some kind of recognition. Recognition. So once you have achieved everything, then you go for self-actualization. That means who you are. Who you are. What you are, what you wanted. Okay. So here if we see psychological needs like air, food, water, shelter, sleep, health. Safety needs means law and order, rules, limits, stability. Social needs love, family, affection, friends, work culture, and various other things are there. Esteems like you wanted to achieve something, independence, status, everything. Then self-actualization means personal. Till esteem, till esteem needs you call it as deficiencies because you wanted to achieve these things because they are deficient in your life. So once you are able to fulfill these things, automatically you wanted to realize yourself then. Okay. Then comes Herzberg two-factor theory. Herzberg says that there are some motivating factors which create satisfaction if they are present. If they are not present, if they are not present, this lead to the no satisfaction. Okay. Then there are some hygiene factor. Hygiene factor means if the hygiene factors are there, it leads to no dissatisfaction. No dissatisfaction means you are satisfied. You are satisfied. But if these hygiene factors are not present, it leads to the dissatisfaction. Okay. So if we see over here, motivating factor increases the job satisfaction and poor hygiene factor decreases the employee satisfaction. Now, what is the meaning of your hygiene factors? When we talk of hygiene factors, that means we are looking for working conditions, co-worker relations, policies, rules, supervisory quality, base wages, and everything. Whenever we are talking about the hygiene factors, okay. Just 1 minute, guys. Okay, so these are the hygiene factors. Whenever we talk of hygiene factor, we are looking for wages, salary, policy of the company, co-worker, working condition, and all these things. Then, when we move towards the motivating factor like achievement, recognition, responsibility, personal growth, and everything. If hygiene factor are not present, it leads to the dissatisfaction. So hygiene factors have to be solved first, then only move towards the motivating factor. Because if we, even if you're providing motivation, if the hygiene factors are not there, automatically the person will get demotivated. Okay. Then comes theory X and theory Y. Theory X and theory Y was given by Douglas McGregor. Okay. So theory X and theory Y is related to the two aspects of human behavior. Theory X means negative aspects and theory Y means positive aspects. Okay. Theory X thinks that people always needs close supervision. उनको मतलब हमेशा चेक करते रहना है. People avoid the work. People avoid responsibility. People only look for money. People has to push. This is the assumption that theory X takes. Then what is the assumptions theory Y takes? People want independence. People want responsibility. People are motivated by self-fulfillment. People naturally wanted to do the work and people drive themselves. So theory X and theory Y are just opposite of each other, right? So theory X we call it as a pessimistic, okay, and theory Y we call it as optimistic. That means we are optimistic about the future. So theory X says that employees are always looking for their psychological need. and safety needs. Okay, they want food, shelter, money, and all the things, and they are set for. But theory Y is based that social needs, esteem, self-actualization are the dominant factors. Okay, so that is why McGregor came to the conclusion that theory Y is more valid and reasonable. So we have to focus on the employee based on that. So he encouraged. So McGregor says that please make sure that you should have a team relationship, cordial team relationship. You should have a responsible and stimulating job, and make sure that all your employee participate in the decision making process. That is why your employee will be always motivated. ये मैकग्रॉगर ने बोला कि आपको अपने एम्प्लॉयज को अच्छे रिलेशनशिप में रखना है. Ask them to have they should please stimulate responsible and stimulating job. At the same time, allow them to participate in all your decision. That is the thing that has been given by McGregor. Okay, now comes ERG theory. So ERG theory, we have already discussed the Maslow theory. It is just the more flexible form of Maslow theory, because Maslow was rigid. Rigid means आप पहले नीचे से चलेंगे, फिर इधर, फिर इधर, फिर इधर, फिर इधर, ऐसे ही जाना है. लेकिन ERG थ्योरी में ये होता है कि यू कैन मूव इनटू एनी ऑफ दिस स्टेप. ओके, सो ERG stands for existence, relatedness, and growth. Okay, you can call this theory as just the extension of the Maslow theory. Okay, so looking for existence need, relatedness need, and growth need. So your Maslow theory has been divided into three parts. So first two part are called as existence need. The other two part are called as relatedness need, and the last part is called as growth need. But if you see over here, you can see that some part are overlapping on each other. So there is no rigid thing, as the Maslow says. Okay. So this theory was given by Clayton Paul Alderfer. Okay. So it states that each needs carry some value. Hence, we have put it into a lower order to the upper order. Okay. But some part is overlapping. Maybe from one transition to the next transition, when you are doing, they have some kind of transition is, and some kind of overlapping is there. So you can call that is a like of a condensation form of the Maslow theory. Okay. So according to the Maslow, some difference we wanted to study over here. According to the Maslow, individual remain at a particular need until the need is satisfied. But as per the ERG theory, the person can move up and down like this. Okay. So that means frustration and regression aspect of the ERG theory. Maslow theory is rigid. ERG theory is more flexible. That means even if your some things are not satisfied, you can move it to the other level. Now comes the next theory, McClelland theory of needs. Guys, if anybody wanted to ask anything, please ask me right now. If anybody wanted to ask anything, please ask me, guys. I hope everybody is enjoying this session. Please do not sit simply, because you also have to motivate me by answering my questions. You are enjoying, you are understanding or not, or do you want any other explanation or anything like that? Okay, now comes David McClelland theory of needs. So under this theory, McClelland has divided that person needs three things: power, achievement, and affiliation. पावर सभी को चाहिए, अचीवमेंट भी सभी को चाहिए, एफिलिएशन भी सभी को चाहिए. पर्सन वांटेड टू अर्ज टू एक्सील. पर्सन के अंदर एक अर्ज होती है टू एक्सील एट प्लेसेस, राइट. नीड ऑफ पावर. व्हाई? वी वांटेड टू इन्फ्लुएंस द अदर पीपल. Why we wanted an affiliation? Because we wanted to be open and socializable, right? So this is the need. So when all these things, achievement, affiliation, and power comes and join together, it leads to the more motivated person. Okay. So need of achievement, if it is high, then they wanted to win at any cost, because they wanted to reach the top and they wanted to receive the credit of the things. Okay. If they have a low achievement, need of achievement, so they have always have a fear of failure and they normally avoid the responsibility. Then need of power. If the need of power is high, they wanted to control everything. They wanted to exaggerate their position. They wanted to show that I am only there, nobody else is there. But if the need of power is low, they are dependent on other people and they have a very minimum their own resources. Then comes need for affiliation. Need for affiliation means if that is high, need of affiliation is high, so they easily trust anybody. And they wanted blind loyalty and harmony, means they wanted other people to blindly follow you, to blindly work on your loyalty, and they never accept any kind of disagreement. But if your need of affiliation is low, you remain aloof here and there and you maintain social distances. Okay. So if the individual is having high achievement needs, they are highly motivated. And if any individual is motivated by the power, they have a urge to influence the things. Okay. So such individuals are motivated by the need of reputation. And if any individual is motivated by the affiliation, they normally look for a friendly and supportive environment. These are only the people who are called as effective performer in a team, those who are individual by affiliation. Because whenever you are working in organization, you have to work with a team. So that is why if you have an affiliation power, obviously you will be very effective performer in the team. Okay. Now come Argyris theory. Argyris theory has developed his motivation theory based on how management practices affects the individual behavior. मतलब मैनेजमेंट क्या प्रैक्टिस ऐसी करता है जिससे इंडिविजुअल का बिहेवियर अफेक्ट होता है. तो देयर आर 7 changes that has to be take place within a person to make one person from an immature person to a mature person. So with this, individual personality develops. Like when the person joins, person remains very passive, person remain dependent, person behaves in a different way, have a erratic shallow interest, person has low term perspective, subordinate position and lack awareness. And slowly when the person mature, when the persons mature, the person became active, person became independence, person became capable in behaving in many different ways, person will having a various type of strong interest are there, person will having a long term perspective, and person will be equating himself with the subordinate position and awareness regarding control. So the purpose is that we wanted to motivate the person to become a mature person. Okay. So motivation has to be done to make them a mature person. Okay. So Argyris views that immaturity exists in individual mainly because of the management setting. अब मैनेजमेंट सेटिंग ऐसी होती है कि शायद आपको ठीक से काम ना करने दे रही है. ठीक है. Lot of tasks are there, chain of command is there, unity of direction is there, right? So you are not able to work. So if you wanted any person to grow, if you want any person to grow, ask him to slowly make the gradual shift from the normal structure to a humanistic system. जो आपका नॉर्मल एग्जिस्टिंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम है उसको मोर फ्लेक्सिबल बनाइए, मोर पार्टिसिपेटिव बनाइए, जिससे कि वो इमेच्योरिटी से मैच्योरिटी की तरफ बढ़ जाए. Okay. And because of that, he himself, the employee will himself feel motivated. Otherwise, he will totally remain demotivated. So immaturity से maturity की तरफ आपको जाना है by changing your existing system, making it more flexible and participatory. Okay. Such situation will not satisfy not only their psychological and safety needs, but it will motivate them to be ready and be more psychologically and safety. Then comes William Ouchi theory Z of motivation. This theory Z is a very integrated model. Theory Z doesn't mean that we are comparing theory X and Y. No. Theory Z stands like we are putting two important business model practices into a single management practices. Okay. So we have taken American model and we have taken Japanese model. So we have clubbed it together. We have clubbed it together. We have taken the best American practice. We have taken the best Japanese practice. American practice like individual freedom, risk taking, quick decision making. Japanese practice, job security, group decision making, social cohesion, and holistic concern. Okay. So these are the practice that we are providing. We are clubbing American practices and Japanese management practice all together to have a very good coordinated motivation. अब क्या होता है थ्योरी जेड में उन्होंने लिखा है ट्रस्ट subtlety and intimacy. Mutual trust is very important, which is a Japanese practice. Okay, mutual trust between the members. Subtlety means sensitivity towards the other. Intimacy, trust, strong bonds, free from organization structure. So we have clubbed all the Japanese model motivation theories and American motivation theories all together to prepare a Z theory of motivation. Okay. Now we are moving towards the last theory of motivation, that is called Elton Mayo motivation theory. So Elton Mayo states that the employee are motivated far by relationship, like giving them attention, then by monetary reward. मतलब more relationship factors are more important, are motivating factor here. Relationship factors are motivating factor here. Okay, so that means these theory are moving towards the human relationship management practices. Okay, human relationship management practices, because these are based on the Hetheron experiments. Hetheron experiments में हम लोगों ने जो studies करी थी, they are based on like how we are helping the humans to treat the people like humans. Like if they are working at some place, you are increasing the lighting of that place. Okay, providing them with 1 hour of break, providing them breaks, providing them with some kind of recreational activity, how these are being done. Okay, so employee productivity is based on environmental condition. If environmental condition are good, automatically they are motivated, like relationship. So Elton Mayo has developed a matrix which he used to illustrate the likelihood that a given team would be successful. Okay, various combination factors are there. So he has taken 4 type of combination factor. 4 combination. One combination is low norms and low cohesiveness. It leads to the ineffectiveness of the work. If you have a low norms and high cohesiveness, will have a negative impact, because people will be moving towards a negative behavior. They will making gangs. If high norms are there and low cohesiveness are there, people have low degree of positive impact. Okay, but high norms and high cohesiveness is the greatest positive impact. Okay, people will be excelling in their work. So this is the 4th, right? Low norms, low cohesiveness, no impact. High cohesiveness, low norms, negative impact. High norms, low cohesiveness, some positive impact, but high norms and high cohesiveness will be having high impact. Okay, this is how you have to motivate the people. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining the session. We are running the Easter celebration coupon code. You can utilize the coupon code CELEB, CELEB. Direct 40% off coupon you will be getting. tomorrow, till tomorrow it is valid. Till tomorrow it is valid. Automatically you will be getting 40% off coupon. So please make sure that you will get on all regulatory exam courses, RBI, SEBI, Nabard, Learn Pack, Complete Plan, Mentorship Batch, Combo Plans. Okay, you can do it in any of these places. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care and good night. I'll be seeing you on Monday with my 9 a.m. session. 9 a.m. session on PIV. Okay, so bye bye. Take care and have a good